The FBI is stepping up their game, and this time, it's not just about Diddy. Arrest warrants have been issued, targeting Hollywood elites who've been backing Diddy in his criminal activity. Those who once stood by him are now under investigation for their involvement in the scandal that's shaking the industry. Nobody is untouchable. Diddy's upcoming trial will shake up the entire entertainment industry, and there's no denying it. One of the biggest names in the game is facing what might be the most serious legal battle we've ever seen in the world of hip-hop. The case is full of allegations, and the possibility of a spillover effect is real. This might drag in other high-profile names into the mix if Diddy takes the stand and starts pointing fingers, that is. His lawyer, Mark Agnafilo, even mentioned that Diddy is ready to share his side in court.
He's ready, he's focused. He has been ready to defend this case since he first found out about this case. Nothing has changed from his perspective. I obviously would much prefer to fight this case with him out of jail, and we are going to try to bring that about through additional legal process.
But this is not just about clearing his name. Diddy's testimony could be a part of a grand scheme to call out others who might be connected to these events. If he does speak out, it will have major consequences for anyone mentioned. This trial could set a new tone for how high-profile cases are handled in the music industry. Legal experts have weighed in on the situation, including Tony Busby, who is directly involved in the case. Busby has hinted that Diddy's testimony could spill even more tea, possibly exposing others who may have played a role. This case isn't just about Diddy. It's about big companies, hotels, banks, and other enterprises that might have been aware of what was going on. If Diddy does testify, it could lead to investigations that go way beyond just him, possibly reaching into other corners of the industry. Comments tell you just how tired people are of these kinds of things going unpunished time and time again. I don't care how much they pay. Their names should be revealed to stop the madness and them being able to do this again. I want to see their arrest in public, because I won't believe it until I see it. Everyone in high places are protected. We might just get to see what the people want, because Diddy could face life in prison if convicted. His legal team claims that prosecutors are going all in on this case because they're looking to score a big win, and Diddy's name is the one they want to make an example of. Many wonder what kind of defense strategy Diddy has, and if there even is one. There is no legal case that cannot be defended, and Diddy's case is no different. His team plans to challenge every bit of evidence, questioning both its validity and the reasons it's being brought forward. What we can tell right now is that they're focusing on painting Diddy as someone who lived a wild lifestyle, but who didn't commit any actual crimes. A big part of Diddy's defense is focused on setting his case apart from past scandals. The question is, can his legal team really distance him from some of the most infamous names we've seen go down? Diddy's legal troubles don't just involve his personal behavior. They ripple through Hollywood's elite, raising eyebrows about how much his celebrity friends knew or were involved in his freak-offs. We're talking major stars like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West, Rihanna, Drake, and Mary J. Blige, all of whom have been seen with Diddy, showing just how deep his ties run in the music industry. It doesn't stop with musicians. Diddy's been spotted with big-time actors like Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, Cuba Gooding Jr., and even Kevin Hart.
I want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed.
His connections also spill over into the sports world. Let's not forget, LeBron James and Floyd Mayweather were often attending his white parties. Reality stars too, like Kim Kardashian, fashion icons like Naomi Campbell, and even political figures like Al Sharpton. Diddy rubbed shoulders with everyone, from Hollywood legends like Tom Cruise to pop icons like Justin Bieber and Jennifer Lopez. So it's clear he's deeply embedded in the industry. Let's face it, this trial will be a major turning point, and it could drag some high-profile people into the spotlight. Best bet that all of these celebrities mentioned will be paying close attention to what is being said in that courtroom. This just goes to show how deep Diddy's influence runs in Hollywood. He's worked with and mentored many artists and built a network of powerful friends. It's almost certain that some of Diddy's acquaintances knew or even played a part in all the shady things that took place at his parties. Tony Busby has made it clear that his goal is to not only hold Diddy accountable, but also call out the celebrities who participated or helped enable his behavior. Busby even hinted that as more people come forward, his team is looking into lawsuits against several of Diddy's high-profile friends, some of them household names.
I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against.
Some celebrities are already distancing themselves from Diddy. Mel's Drive-In, a famous Hollywood diner, recently removed photos of Diddy from its walls, saying they couldn't ignore the public backlash anymore. This goes to show a larger trend in Hollywood, where people who were once closely tied to Diddy are now trying to steer clear. Some of Diddy's famous associates are quietly settling with potential plaintiffs to avoid being publicly named in lawsuits or dragged into court. Busby claims that a few well-known figures have already paid settlements to keep their involvement under wraps, though their names haven't been revealed yet. Diddy is currently caught up in multiple lawsuits, some spanning over 2 decades and involving over 100 people. The high-profile nature of these cases has attracted a lot of media attention, and new layers of Diddy's legal battles are being uncovered. Some lawsuits even suggest that his associates and family members were involved, pointing to a larger network of people who may have enabled or participated in these alleged activities. One big move from Diddy's side has been trying to quietly settle things. Just a few months ago, he paid $30 million to a former associate to stop them from publishing a tell-all book. Despite that settlement, word about the lawsuit spread quickly, leading more people to come forward, claiming they were also victims and deserved compensation. Right now, Diddy is facing a massive class action lawsuit involving over 120 plaintiffs. Many of these plaintiffs claim Diddy exploited their dreams of breaking into the music industry, using his power and influence to control them. Some of these people were young artists and producers who had direct interactions with Diddy, which only strengthens the case and makes things harder for his defense. What's particularly tricky about this lawsuit is that it's not just about Diddy, it's also pulling in members of his inner circle, like his business associates and other celebrities who were regulars at his events. Legal filings hint that more people may have witnessed or been involved in these situations. As more lawsuits pile up, the media hasn't missed a beat, covering every new twist and turn in the case. And you also can't help but compare Diddy's situation to other major controversies. There's a lot of speculation about whether Diddy's attempts to settle some of these lawsuits out of court are sincere efforts to make things right, or just a strategy to silence people before they can speak out. The big question is whether Diddy's defense can poke enough holes in the stories of all these plaintiffs, or if the sheer volume of evidence is going to be too much for him to overcome. As Diddy gears up for his upcoming trial, his legal team has outlined a pretty aggressive strategy. They're positioning him as the victim of a federal agenda to bring down powerful black figures, saying the prosecution is using Diddy's celebrity status to boost their own careers. This sets the stage for Diddy's testimony, where he's expected to not only address the accusations, but also talk about the challenges he faced as a black man rising to the top in the entertainment industry. His lawyers argue that Diddy's determined to prove that a black man can win in federal court without being pressured into a plea deal, and they plan to show that he's not backing down. They're also attacking the credibility of the evidence presented by prosecutors, with some comparing Diddy's situation to other big scandals, suggesting that Diddy's defense is going to be all about fighting back against what they see as an unfair system. We've already heard, and we will probably hear it again, it's going to be nearly impossible to find a fair jury with all the hype surrounding this case. And you gotta call it as it is. The prosecutors are using this whole thing to boost their own status. It's no wonder that Mark and others on Diddy's legal team are questioning the videos, pics, and testimonies. They say that some might be straight up twisted or taken out of context. In the world of AI, anything is possible. His squad's pushing for a gag order to keep the media from running wild and turning people against him before the trial even pops off. The media is going haywire, and they've painted him guilty before anything's even been proven. By controlling the narrative, they're hoping for a fair shot in court without the outside noise messing with the jury. They're also pushing for a quick trial, trying to ride the wave of sympathy he's been getting through his public statements. So with all these big names and corporations getting pulled into the mix, things are only going to get wilder from here. Diddy's legal team might be fighting hard to control the narrative, but the mounting evidence and these high-profile connections could flip everything upside down. Will the truth come out? And who else will be dragged into this scandal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know who you think might be next to face the heat. And don't forget, stay tuned for the next update, because this story is far from over.